I'm Connor, and I'm a Tier 3 support worker and shift leader here at Gemini.
How long have you been with Gemini?
Just under 2 years now, yeah.
What does Tier 3 mean?
So we just have a tiered system for you to progress up. You start at Tier 1 when you come off your probation and you can work your way up. Tier 3 starts at shift leading, Tier 4 key worker senior, and Tier 5 team leader, and then it goes deputy manager, manager, then there's other roles that kind of branch off there.
So it's a real career progression.
Yeah, there's so many different opportunities and career progressions at Gemini, and even in a short space of time of just under 2 years, 3, and there's loads more opportunities to constantly move up or just stay at the tier you want to stay at, just for people that want to progress or are happy at the tier they are, but always opportunities to progress. So I worked in a primary school as an individual needs assistant with children with SEN needs. Again, I didn't want to do any of this when I went to college, left college. During the pandemic, the first lockdown came along and we all went, all right, we've got to go and find something to do. Had a completely different career path planned out, and then it was kind of like, right, we need a job now, we've got no education, and thankfully through different opportunities the school came up, and it was a mainstream school, and I really enjoyed it, and working with autism and different learning disabilities, but I was like, I'd love to be able to support them in an environment they can thrive in, and the education system is very specific and not necessarily caters to all needs, and I really wanted to be able to support those individuals and letting them thrive and being in a place where they feel comfortable, and especially like in an adult service that we are, you can really help them with their life skills and push them to be the people they want to be and do the things they want to do, rather than let's base it off a curriculum, and they're really thriving at life, building life skills and doing the things they want to do, which is nice, but nothing that I imagine doing, but now I would never go back and do anything else. I love it.
What were you studying?
Public informed services. I was applying for the police basically, and I had different backgrounds. I was working 4 different jobs just to get different experiences. Had so many different options open. It was just, so nothing that I imagined doing, but it came up. It's kind of always been in me, that caring thing, and it's something that I wanted to try doing during the pandemic, and obviously it was one of the jobs that have always been open and looking, so it was one that I thought I'd try. Never know until you try, and absolutely love it, and wouldn't go back really.
Do you think anyone could get into care, or does it take a special person?
You've obviously got to have that care mind and care in the individual and have that passion to help others, but again, we have so many people that have never done this before, have different backgrounds, and they've adapted to it. As long as you have that right person-centered values and you have that kindness, care in your heart, you can learn and develop the other stuff on the job that are job specific, but you definitely need a care in heart and want to help others, and with that you can achieve anything really. And Gemini will help you get your qualifications, your training and things like that if you need it, and so as long as you've got the good centered values, you can learn anything else whilst here, so that's good.
What's your favourite part of the job?
Making a difference, I guess, knowing that I come in each and every day and make a difference to people's lives, and you get that relationship, like you said, that unique relationship with the residents based on you. We all have different relationships with the residents, and we all have that different interactions, and it's really nice coming in and making that difference, knowing I've made a difference to someone's life, and the nice safe workplace of we're making a difference and supporting other people. It's a really nice feel, and rewarding to go home and know you've made a difference to someone's life as well. I'll be honest, my favourite bit of the job is not knowing what to expect. There is definitely some structure and routine of we know what things we're going to do, but it's an open door, and I like that. No 2 days are the same, which I like, but there is that expectation of what to expect. It's how it's going to end up, and it's nice because you're leaving the outside world behind and coming in and entering their world and enjoying their life. But my image of care is very much the whole personal care side, and no interaction, and I've just been completely changed my mind coming in, and especially being support work rather than care, it's more about supporting that individual's behavioural needs, and that we really encourage empowering choice and independence here as well. So we encourage the residents to do as much of it as they can with our support. So we have different prompt systems and things like that, but it's we have an early shift, a late shift and a wait shift, and it's coming up, getting the residents up, supporting them through their day. Some of them have a routine with a flow structure, some just choose as and when they want to do things. It's very person centered to them, but getting them up, supporting them through their day, where do they want to go, it's allowing them to be able to do that, going with them, but it's very much they're in control and you're supporting them through that, so that's the really rewarding bit. Although no 2 days are the same, there is that routine and expectation, but it's very much let's go with what the resident wants to do, and it's nice having that. It's almost not, it's a different, no stress. It's very much like you're entering their world and you can leave outside world behind, the COVID, the politics, and you can come back and you can really enter their world and come in with a good expectation of a positive mindset. But it's nice having that relationship and working around them. But yeah, really encourage independence. So we really try and encourage the residents as much as possible, and it's all about the supporting their skills to be able to, you know, have a successful day for them and them for being happy, really. It's almost like, you know, you're coming into work and you're going to the beach and walking along the beach for an hour, or you're going into town doing some shopping, and it's very much they're living a life like we would. So it's very much that feel of, right, where do we want to go today, and allowing them, if they want to go somewhere, how can we make that possible? And it's a really rewarding thing knowing that. But you know, you have to pinch yourself sometimes and go, am I at work? You know, I'm walking along the beach, I'm going for a thing like that, and that's the really rewarding side as well. And you know, seeing the impact and difference it makes on their life as well is really important.
Can that be quite stressful as well, though, not knowing how they're going to behave when you're out?
Yeah, I guess it's that anxiety of like, what's going to happen, but that comes with confidence. You know, again, this is nothing I didn't want to do, but thankfully through the training and that I've supported, I know what to do, and then with that comes confidence. And then, you know, you can do something 10 times, 9 times it can go one way, and that one other time it can go the other way, but it's having that confidence of knowing how to deal with it, and that comes through training. But if you have that caring heart, you know, everyone has to make mistakes to learn, so we're always constantly learning and developing, and that's very much Gemini's core values of constantly learning and developing. So you have that inner confidence, but that just comes with experience. But you know, you could be doing it for 5 years and things will still surprise you. So, but it's having that confidence in knowing how to deal with it, and that very much comes through the training that we have.
What about the downside of the job? Is there anything that sort of you say is the worst part, or something you don't like as much?
I don't think there's any worst part of the job. Don't get me wrong, there's hard things of the job that are challenging. We deal with challenging behaviours that challenge. That can be challenging for people that haven't experienced it before. You know, you come to a job and you don't know how to deal with it because you haven't had to deal with it. So there's that unknown. But you know, before you even go on working, you have so many trainings, so you have that understanding and confidence of how to deal with it, what to expect, and that you know, that can always be a strange feeling of what's happened, processing it. But it's definitely not a worse bit of the job. It allows me to develop, and we have reflection, so I can go, okay, this has happened, this went well, maybe we can try this differently, and we can make it an exciting, progressive thing of what can we do to support the individual? Is there anything we could have done differently? And then really reflecting on it and looking away about, okay, we've had this challenging time, what can we do differently? And it's although it is challenging, there's so many support out there, so it's not a worse bit of the job. It's something that people might find challenging because they haven't experienced it before, but there's so much support in place. And honestly, if you just be honest, there's support out there and everyone will help you. So it's not the worst bit of the job, but it's some things that people might find different because they haven't dealt with it before. But there's definitely the support there for people that might have not experienced it before.
Last couple of bits. How would you sum up the job in 3 words?
Rewarding, lots of opportunities. So yeah, opportunity everywhere you go. Obviously, it's up to you what you want and how you want it, but there's always opportunity. And I guess progressive, always looking at wanting to move forward, how they can support you, their development and the company, how can we work with the residents as they progress through their life as well, and there's that progression for you but also for the residents and the company as well, how can we constantly adapt, involve as well, which is a really good workplace to be in.